Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. K. This is the Gynae Talks, and today we're going to talk about breast cancer because October was the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we want to ensure that people have to do their prevention strategies before anything can happen, and therefore we should share this, like, subscribe, talk to me, comment below, and let's talk. So what's breast cancer? I'll start with the word cancer. Cancer is abnormal formation of cells that actually abnormally multiply in the body, and in the breast. It can happen in the breast, it can happen in the brain, it can happen anywhere. So abnormal cells that are growing in the breast are called breast cancer. So breast cancer can catch anybody. But there are people who can get breast cancer, they're more likely to get breast cancers compared to other people. So if you have a strong family history of breast cancer, if you are a smoker, if you take alcohol, if you're obese, if you're a woman, because even men get, but does not mean that men don't get breast cancer, but being a woman is more chance of getting breast cancer. If you started your period earlier, or if you went to menopause later, way later, or if you haven't gotten children, all these are factors that can contribute to breast cancer. So is breast cancer a life sentence? No. Breast cancer, if managed early or found early, can actually be treated. So make sure that even as we talk today, we are going to learn how to do your breast cancer examination, which I will show you in my next video. And if you find any of the symptoms that I'll mention below, then you will need to go and see a doctor. But even if you find even one symptom, it does not mean that you have breast cancer. So what are the symptoms of breast cancer? So the first thing is that when you're examining yourself, sometimes you can find a lump in the breast. It can be one breast or both breasts. You can have some pain in one breast or both breasts. But most of the time, a cancerous lump is usually painless, and that's how many people miss it out and find it a bit later. So those are the two symptoms. Then another symptom is there could be skin changes on the breast. Sometimes your breast can start discharging milk or something from the nipple, or there could be changes around the skin that look like an orange peel appearance. So if any of that is happening and you have noted it on yourself, or you've noted it on someone else, make sure that they see a doctor because of those symptoms. So what do we do when you discover that you have a lump in the breast? First thing you do is you call. If you have a doctor, you can be able to call them, talk to them about the lump. You can describe the lump to your doctor, and they'll be able to tell you whether it is something to worry about or not. If you're of an older age, above 50, actually about 45, and you have a lump, a painless breast lump, you will have a mammogram done. For the ones who are below 35 years of age, if you have a lump in the breast, you will have an ultrasound done. Does it mean that every lump in your breast is a cancer? No. That does not mean that you have cancer. Most people with a lump in the breast will have a benign condition, which is usually does not have any issues. We can either remove it, send it to the lab and check it, or we can leave it as it is. So when is the best time to examine yourself? The best time to examine yourself is in between your cycle. During your menstruation, it's not the best time to check your breast, because during that time there's so many hormones going around, and at that time your breast can have a few changes. So that time, if you examine yourself, if you find something, it does not mean that it is anything to worry about. But the best time to check is in the mid-cycle area. So that's the best time to examine yourself. For ladies, every time you shower in the during your mid-month, make sure you examine yourself with the bathroom mirror. So when I was starting this video, I had asked some of you to send me some questions, and I have them over here. So we can start with the first one. This comes from Caroline. She asks, what's the difference between a lymph node and a cancerous lump? That's a very good question, because a lymph node and a cancerous lump looks the same. The only difference is the fact that one is in a specific area and the cancerous lump is not supposed to be there. For example, if you examine your neck and feel inside, you'll feel some things that like round and ballish. Now that's a lymph node. But now if you find something else like a lymph node, somewhere it's not supposed to be there, like for example in the breast, then that is a lump, but does not mean it's cancerous. It could be a very benign situation. So that's the difference between the two of them. Question number 2, do boys or males get breast cancer? The answer is yes, they can. Yes, they can. But females are more likely to develop it as compared to males, as I had mentioned a bit earlier. The males that can get it either have a very strong history of breast cancer in another male within their family, or still in the women in their family. So, or they usually smoke, or it's about lifestyle, how their lifestyle is, or if they had an issue like one breast was bigger than the other for one reason or another, they need to get checked more often. So yes, men should also examine themselves for breast cancer. Question number 3, how is the self-breast cancer examination done? That one I will do it in the next video. I hope Anne you'll watch it in the next video. Number 4, is there any diet you would recommend to prevent breast cancer? Guys, there is no specific diet, but what I can advise right now is that you eat foods that enrich you, foods that are full of antioxidants like fruits, vegetables, drink a lot of water, change your lifestyle, just keep active, work out. It really helps to reduce all types of cancers or the occurrence of any type of cancer, including the breast cancer. And one thing I want to make or state is that breast cancer is usually a cancer that usually feeds on some hormones. So if you have a long exposure of estrogen hormone in your body, like for example, if you've always had your period regularly but you've never gotten a time when you're pregnant, because when you're pregnant there's a bit of a pause in the usage of estrogen in your body. The same thing is if you started your period earlier and finished it later, it means you have had a long exposure to estrogen hormone. So now this hormone usually can predispose you to getting breast cancer. So that's why you need to eat foods that are healthy, because foods also contain hormones that can disrupt your normal hormone structure in your body. So eat a lot of vegetables, eat a lot of fruits, drink a lot of water, and keep yourself active. So that is the thing. So there's no specific diet, but just feed yourself with good antioxidants. Number 5, what side effects might lymph node removal cause? That's from Jawahir. So that's a very good question. After you have been diagnosed with breast cancer, the management is usually, first of all, we examine you, there's some things we do, but part of the management might be lymph node removal in some people. So for example, if you went to have a mastectomy is removal of one breast tissue. We remove those lymph nodes that could have been affected by the cancer. So the effect of that, lymph nodes are supposed to be normal, but when they're infiltrated by cancer, then they need to be removed. When they're removed, that flow of fluids, lymph nodes usually allow excess fluid in the tissue to get in, and then there's a way it's excreted in the body. So when that happens, if it was the right breast that was removed plus the lymph nodes, this right arm, there's that lymph drainage that's supposed to happen in the arm. It might reduce in a way that the arm might swell a little bit more than it should. So that's one of the effects of a lymph node removal. But other than that, it doesn't have so many side effects other than that one. So you'll find a woman who has had a mastectomy and lymph node removal, that side of the arm might be swollen, and it's called lymphedema. So yes, that is the side effect. So we'll continue and do the next video. Please subscribe, like, share, and then watch the next video, because the next video will show you how to do your breast examination. Toodles!